Dr. Ramos, Board President Baker, and all of the board members. My name is Barbara Bracy. As a representative of SOMEA and on behalf of all elementary teachers, I am speaking here tonight. We must do more with less were the words spoken to all teachers of this district at the beginning of this school year. It was explained that the district had adopted this policy of do more with less because we were on the precipice of a fiscal cliff and so needed to have a zero balance budget. The well was drying up, the coffers were empty, priorities for spending had to be set. We had to cut back, period. This approach of doing more with less begged one question, which was on the SOMEA teaching staff's mind. On what basis are priorities for spending determined? One would assume that SOMEA teachers, the Board of Ed, and the superintendent would all be on the same page when it comes to deciding on the priorities for spending while on this fiscal cliff, but unfortunately that is not the case. SOMEA has made up a list of the board's non-priorities and priorities for spending. These lists will explain why SOMEA cannot agree with the board's decisions on spending. Non-priority 1, up until today, it was our knowledge that continuing the Spanish language program at the elementary school level was being cut. The latest word now is that it's not, and so we are truly happy to hear the news that the Spanish language program has been reinstated. That's terrific. Non-priority 2, hiring enough substitute teachers to cover for teachers who are absent throughout the district. The following facts will show the paradox of not hiring more substitute teachers. In 5 months of the 2016-2017 school year, one of our elementary schools has reported that there has been an average of 7 teachers per month who have not been covered by substitutes. A substitute earns between $70 and $90 per day. With an average of 7 teachers not being covered by substitutes, that means 44 teachers have lost their preparation period in order to provide coverage. We have spent an average of $1,800 per month for teachers to do the job of the substitutes. That means in those 5 months, the district has paid almost $9,000 for teachers to do the job of the substitutes, along with their own jobs. There are 5 elementary schools in our district, which means about $44,000 has been spent in the last 5 months for teachers to do the job of substitutes. If this continues for the rest of the school year, we will have spent $88,000 for elementary school teachers to do the jobs of substitutes. The 2 middle schools and high schools have many more staff members. Can you imagine how much we've already spent for the middle school and high school teachers to do the job of substitutes? The policy of more with less in this case applies solely to the teachers, who are doing more than their own work when the district has not provided substitutes and have so much less time for preparing for our own students. Financially speaking, this way of dealing with the substitute issues is a boondoggle. If our district had hired enough substitutes to cover when a teacher is absent during the same 5 months for all 5 elementary schools, with the average of 7 teachers without sub-coverage, it would cost $14,000. That's a savings of $30,000 for 5 months. Now for the board's priority list. Priority number 1. Let's talk. It appears talk isn't cheap. Do you know that it costs $19,000 for the first year of Let's Talk? Do we really need to spend any money when emails are free? Priority number 2. With the financial crunch that we are faced with in this district, is this the best time for merit pay? In conclusion, we, the SOMEA members, are doing more with less. That's what teachers have always been doing and will continue to do. We understand that the district has a budget. But let's get our priorities in order so that students of this district are really number one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Tyson.